Okay, when you first log into to Civic Mirror, you're going to get messages like this unless you actually do what they ask you to do. So if you want to stop getting this email message, all you have to do is go into the settings page and give them your email address. Or if you don't want them to send you any emails, you can put a bogus email address in there. But just put something in there, otherwise this will keep popping up when you log in. Alright, the first thing that you're going to want to learn how to do when you're in Civic Mirror is find out what the status of you and your family is. So you would click on your own name, which would be in the far left corner here, and then click on My Status. As you can see, this citizen of the country is homeless, which is going to cause a death in his family if he doesn't solve it, and has no food, which will also cause a death in the family if he doesn't solve this problem. Meanwhile, this person, if he takes care of these most important problems, he's also going to need to take care of this human services problem. He needs 2 health units. You might need 2 education units, or 1 health and 1 education. It's different for each person. You want to look here. But these are your first priorities to take care of. Later you can worry about this, get security, insurance, health. These are all things that will not only help your family thrive, but will also help the country thrive if you take advantage of those things. And of course there's luxury goods like technology and arts and entertainment. Those are your last priority. First you need to take care of these 2 problems. So you're going to go into Trade, hover over Trade and click on New Trade. And the things that are available for you to buy are over here on the right hand side where it says Units Available. Now this is the way it's going to look at the very beginning of your year. There's not going to be any food, and here there's no powered shelter. So even if you rent an apartment from someone at this moment in time, it's not going to help your family because they're not powered. Again, don't ever rent anything from anybody if it hasn't been powered yet. That should be an agreement between you and the person and your landlord. Right now, the only thing that's available is power. So basically only businesses and homeowners need to be making this trade. But later, as the let's say the person who owns the farm, we can see who owns the farm here in the map. You look on the farm. Oh, Jacob owns the farm. Or there's another farm. Mason owns this farm. Now later, once they power those things, then when we go back to that trading page, you'll see units over here of food available. And so then you find out, oh, who is it that has it? I'm going to hover over this. You hover over the stock number, and that'll tell you who owns that unit. Jenna has 15 units of power right now. So if I needed power, let's say I have a business and I need to power it, then I would go over here and I would click on Jenna's name. Here she is. And I would click Begin Trade. And then I would find out, what she hasn't set her price, but that is something that she probably will do in the course of the game. You see what price she's offering. I don't know what she's asking for a price, so I'm just going to give an amount. Let's say she's charging $200. You might go talk to Jenna. What are you charging? Let's say she's charging $250 for a unit of power. I would say, I'm paying you $250, and then I would click this 1 unit of power. This is what I want from her. This is what I want to give to her. This is what I want her to give me. Okay? Now, finally, I go over here and I click Submit Trade to Jenna. Okay? Now, I'm going to flip over here to Jenna's screen. I'll have to refresh for it to pop up. But here is an incoming trade to Jenna. And she can click on this and see, oh, this is what's being offered. Am I going to accept it or not? Now, since I'm not Jenna, I don't really have a right to accept the trade. Now, if the person doesn't likes wants to give you the unit, but maybe they don't like how much you're offering it, they might do counter trade and maybe say they want you to pay them $300 for it. It just depends on the person. I'm going to reject this because I'm not Jenna and I don't have any right to accept trades on her behalf. But that gives you some idea of how you make a trade in order to get the things that you need. Okay, most importantly, after you've made the trade, let's just say that Jenna, so let's say we bought food from Jenna. Okay, unfortunately I have no way of showing you the way it would look, but if you had bought food from Jenna and she accepted the trade, this button right here would light up in a different color. I believe it's blue. And all of a sudden you would have food to consume. Now, just like in real life, if you don't click consume food after you've bought the food from whoever you bought it from, you're still going to starve. Just like in real life, you can buy food and put it in the fridge, but it's not going to keep you alive unless you eat it. So make sure whenever you buy any of these units that you need, security, health, etc., you don't just buy them, you also use them. And by the way, they're not something that you can save from year to year. If you don't consume them in the year that you bought them, then you will have wasted them. You won't have to click a consume button. As soon as you're living in a powered residence, this will go away. So if this is still showing up even after you're living in somebody's apartment, it means they have not powered it yet. You need to go talk to your landlord and make sure they power it. But again, once you get a unit of food or a unit of health care or what have you, you need to come back in here and use those units. Otherwise, you've just thrown your money away.